Hello viewers, welcome to Food Braggers Network. Today I'm going to show us a few recipes that I make with one of my favorite ingredients, pod beans. So I have here pod beans and I am going to show us how to make pod beans pancake. Some may call this pole beans. Whatever the name is, but this is what it looks like. So I will be using this to make pancake. And if you're new to my channel, you probably haven't heard my slogan. You make the dish, you taste it, and it's delicious, you earn the right to brag about it. For this recipe, I will also use collard green. So here I will nicely dice this collard green. So for the pole beans, the only thing I'm going to take out is just the tip because they are hard, and then I snap through and take out also the back of it as I just took it out because that becomes very chewy. It does not blend very well since I'm going to be blending this. So do that for every one of it. Take out the ends and the mid cover. I don't know what that is called. So now I have taken out all those. So you can see those are not going to be used, they are going to be tossed. To make it easy to blend, I'm just going to cut those into tiny bits. So I'm also going to use white onions. So I'll take out the peels. And I'm also going to use garlic. So I'm simply going to melt at least 5 to 6 spoons of butter. So I'm going to toss that into the microwave and I melt it and get it ready. Okay, so now I'm going to toss my pole beans and my collard green into my food processor. And I'm going to blend that. I'm going to toss in my onion, garlic, and red pepper. Red pepper is optional. You don't have to use it if you don't like it. I throw in some salt and black pepper. And now I'm going to make it really smooth. Now that my pot beans and my color green is nicely blended, I'm just going to empty that into a bowl. Now I have an egg. I'm just going to crack that. I'm going to nicely beat the 2 eggs. You can use an egg beater if you want to. I'm using a fork here. I'm just going to blend both the yolk and the egg white together. So my egg is nicely mixed, it's golden yellow. Now I'm going to pour that into the bowl. First, I'm going to nicely mix that up. Then I'm going to pour in my melted butter. So I have my melted butter and I'm just going to pour that in. Half of it up first. And we can see it's really soft. So I'm going to add a little bit of flour. All-purpose flour. You can use any kind of flour that you like, corn flour or any other flour, but I'm using all-purpose flour. Just a little right time. I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to make 2 types of pancake. In the second one, I'm not going to add flour. This one I've added flour. I have divided my blended ingredients into 2. This one here, I did not add any flour. I'm going to mix it with every ingredient that I added to this one except flour. And so this one I have. So I'm going to start with the pancake that I mix with flour. Then I'll go to the one that does not have flour. Okay guys, so I have a dry pan there on the stove. I'm just going to put in a little bit of oil to cover the pan. Spread that oil and allow it to heat up. While that is heating up, I'm going to nicely stir in my already mixed ingredients for my pancake. Now the pan is warm enough, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scoop this and spread it into that oil. I also do have some bacon. I have some bacon here. This is optional. If you do not want bacon, do not put it in. So I'm also going to spread in some bacon. And I'm going to toss the remainder on top of it and cover up that bacon. I'm going to cover that up on high heat and allow it to cook. After 3 minutes, I'm going to turn it over and allow the other side also to brown up. So you're going to cook it until you see that this thing is a little bit brown, because the medium is still going to be very green, and that's the beauty of this pancake, is vegetable pancake. My pancake is ready. I allowed each side to brown up for 4 minutes. And so this is my green veggie pancakes. So this is, I call it my pod bean pancake. So this is it, and it's really delicious. So this is one part of it. In this particular one, I added flour. I'm going to show us how to also make another version without flour. So with the same ingredients that I had blended, show us how we can also still use that same recipe, but that same ingredient, but make 2 different recipes. So here again, I've tossed enough oil into the pan. I'm going to allow that to warm up. So I'm going to spread out that egg into the pan. Toss in my pole beans and the collard greens that I had blended. Spread in the bacon. Spread in the butter that was left. Cover that up and allow it to cook for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to check that out. And here it is. My pancake is ready. Here, this one does not have flour in it. Cook it for 3 to 5 minutes depending on the size that you have, and it's ready. And I'm also going to show us that you could also use this recipe to make egg sandwich combo. So I'm also going to throw in some oil into the pan using the same ingredients which I had also blended. I'm going to pour in some egg whites. Throw in my blended spinach and pod beans with the other spices, black pepper and salt that I had in there. Then I'm going to throw in more bacon. You can put in as much bacon as you so desire. And I'm going to cover that up with more egg. And then I'm going to cover that up and allow it to cook. So it's been 5 minutes on high heat. So now let's take a look. I'm going to just simply turn it over and allow the other side to also cook. So let's check on our egg sandwich. So I want to make sure the inside is well cooked. So I turn it over. Oh my goodness, that looks so delicious. So it is ready. I'm just going to turn off the heat. And let's scoop it up. Viewers, as you can see, you could make so many recipes from the same ingredients. This is my egg sandwich combo made using the pot beans and collard greens, blended together, nicely mixed with my butter as I had shown us earlier, black pepper and salt. And now I'm using egg whites. I was able to make egg sandwich from that. And then of course, this is my pancake without flour. So I had also used the same mix without flour, and I was able to make my pancake. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and become a part of the Food Braggers Family Network.